What's your name? Where are you based? And what are you here to do this weekend? Or
My
what
name
did you do?
Is Alexandra Kerby, and I'm based out of Wilmington, North Carolina, from the Appalachian Hills in Berryville, Virginia, originally. And I came down to really mostly hang out with my friends, but also to paint and be there and to help, and for my emotional paycheck.
I like emotional paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was your first festival experience?
So I grew up kind of going to festivals because my wonderful mother, Julie Kerby, used to help run a bluegrass festival in our hometown. And my parents are old hippies and deadheads that have always been a fan of live music, so it's always somewhat been a part of my life. But I would say the first of the kind that I do now was Rooster Walk many years ago. And it was exhausting and hot, and I didn't like camping. And there was a hill, and we still have beef. That hill and I are not friends. But I did get to meet you, and I saw live artists and appreciated that a lot.
Yeah.
Somehow survived long enough to still be here today. Mm-hmm. Don't know if I would again.
What was the first festival that you painted at?
The first one, I actually get it a little bit mixed up. I can't remember if it was Truly Pasture or Fahrenheit, but I'm pretty sure it was Fahrenheit. Ashton Hill posted on Facebook that a couple of people had last minute had other things they needed to take care of and dropped out of being able to be there to paint. And I was like, that's 2 hours away. I can go. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do anything to do that. And got to go out and hang out with you and Lacey and several other people who are still very, very much our friends. And
Hey guys, we're doing interviews.
hey, hush. One more. Got to go out and be part of that. And there's a really specific conversation I remember sitting down and having with you that I was kind of terrified for. Because you were a celebrity, of course.
Old drinks.
Right. old drinks, gas station pizza. Never mind, she's not a celebrity. She's just like me. But a conversation that you and I had where we sat down, and I remember you had kind of offhand mentioned at Rooster Walk, yeah, I think I'm on the list for like 17 festivals this summer. I don't know if I'll make it to all of them, but I just like kind of keeping myself optioned for it. And I was like, oh my God, I would kill for one. And like, this is such a cool thing to do and so incredibly special. And I would kill for being on the list for one. And I remember you saying like, yeah, like we do kind of lose the luster of how wonderful it is that we get to do this. And that was a special moment. And that was the first one that I was a painter at. Was scared as hell, very timid, and glad that I braved it out and stuck around long enough, because now I feel super at home.
Yeah. You killed it that weekend.
Thanks.
Yeah. That was the first time I got my crush on you. So, how did you get into painting? Did I just ask that basically?
Kind of, okay. But yeah.
All right.
So I got into it because of watching you guys. And I think that this is kind of a unique version because, like, I have this conversation with Harrison a lot that they force themselves to go to festivals, as lovely as they are. It is exhausting, and they choose to go to festivals because of the art and the people. I was already going to festivals and then saw the art and was like, I want to do that, so I guess I got to learn how to paint. And here we are.
It's funny because you already have painting in you. Your mom's a great painter.
It's genetic.
It's genetic and also talent, but genetic and talent and practice.
As Bob Ross says, talent is a pursued interest, in anything that you're willing to practice, you can learn.
So, do you have a favorite piece of your own or a favorite thing that you've done?
All of them, which is why I find it hard to sell them. because they're my babies. The first one that I made that I felt like I could put up in any gallery at any festival or really any place and feel like I belonged next to whoever was next to me was the journey, the desert sky with the two women looking at each other and the coyote that's come to the end of his journey. That was the first one where I was like, oh, I know how to paint. I can do this. I'm actually like mad decent at this. And I'm also incredibly proud of being part of the Pigment Sanctuary in general, being welcomed into this group and feeling like a crucial part of it.
Yeah. Also snaps for that. What do you wish more people knew about art, live art festivals, this environment, this world, etc.?
I wish that more people knew it was accessible. The way that I found out that live painting was a thing, I had started painting to try and learn, but wasn't really sure how to start being able to do it for the shows and things. And shout out to Zach Parham. I ran into him painting at rest in peace, the Calico Room in Wilmington that no longer exists. And I was like, hey man, how do you get to come out and do this? And he said, oh, I just email the band and then I email the venue, and if they both say yes, then here I am. And I was like, you can just do that? Like, you don't have to like be asked or be found or anything like that? Like, that's okay. And so I went back to college in Madison, Wisconsin, and started emailing the venues and the bands that were playing there, and they said yes and knew me and set up a little extension cord for me, and there I was.
Mm-hmm.
Please
Hi,
join my
buddy.
interview. The Admiral.
Do you have a little festival blooper that you're comfortable sharing?
I've asked this question 23 times now. I still don't know mine. For a very PG thing, I would say the amount of times that I have dipped my brush into my paint water or into my drink or drank my paint water. Mm-hmm. Just the oopsies of that. Mm-hmm. That happens often. So I'm going to leave it at a PG.
Cool. Heard. What does it mean to you to be able to be here creating live? Be there creating live.
I keep coming back to these things, and the live part of it is super important to me because, I mean, selfishly and personally, because I paint better next to you guys. I do better work when I'm with you guys. This environment just works for me and makes me better. I'm the painter I am today because of traveling around, and I'm super grateful for that. Also, it's important for people to see it. I started painting because of watching you guys, so what if somebody else starts because of watching me and finds the joy and the community that I have found through that? Yeah. It's also just like mad fun.
Yeah. Just a thought too. Also the impact that it makes on some people. Like maybe it's not that important to everybody.
Weak for me at my painting.
Yeah, everyone's
because I this is my soul. I pulled it out of my body and put it on this, and for somebody to connect to it, it makes everyone feel less alone.
Yeah. What is your definition of art?
Again, asked this question 23 times, didn't really think of an answer. I think art is anything that you care about. Like cooking is art, writing is art, music is art, painting is art. A friend of mine says, and this brings me comfort often, that even when you don't have time to do whatever creative thing you have chosen as your thing, that you can still just live life as an artist, living artistically and creatively. And I just rearranging sticks to make a little heart when I'm sitting down in the grass at a festival, or making a meal for my friends, or being the connection point. I think all of that's art, done with intention and to show who you are, to express. I also find words limiting often, and anything that I can do to show an emotion without having to use them, which is why I struggle so hard to write posts about my art. Because I made the painting so I wouldn't have to use words. Now I got to use words about the painting. That's annoying.
Yeah.
All done.
Why live and not create in solitude?
Oh, I mixed those up. That was it. Yeah, we already answered that.
Is that it?
All done.
Dope. We're all done, Allie.
Yeah, we're all done.
We're all done, Allie.
Fucking cut on the weekend.
No. What are you grateful for today?
Oh, yeah. What are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for Sketty Night
Me too.
and what that represents. Being with my friends, just being people around each other, supporting each other, taking real care of each other, and also the growth from the silly little, see you at the house, it's Sketty Night, to years later actually waving at you saying, I'll see you at that house. I'm making spaghetti.
I'm going
It's
early.
real.
It'll be ready. I'm making spaghetti.
I'll
It'll
be
be
in your
ready.
kitchen cooking spaghetti when you get home. That's awesome. And makes me feel at home, and is like a check mark, or like a checkpoint of how far we've come together.
Yeah.
Just like saying things that would be cool and then making them real.
Yeah. I've done that a lot.
Yeah.
Art is very powerful. I think life actually imitates art versus art imitating life.
I think you're right.
Powerful shit.
It's what's the cat in the box thing? What's that guy's name?
The cat in box thing.
It both is and isn't alive until...
I don't know. I'm thinking of the cat taped to the toast and you drop him. And
jelly
it's
cat.
the infinite.
Jelly cat.
That's where my brain went.
All right. Yeah, you can end on jelly cat. I'm happy with that.
Nice, Spike.